All right. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this one. We all knew from the beginning this was going to be bad. We all knew it. There was no if, ands, buts, or maybe, but we all knew this was going to be terrible. You understand me? Absolutely terrible. I've done videos talking about what a god-awful mess it was going to be. Now, I thought that when this show finally came out, I would do a watch of maybe the first episode or something. And, I thought it would be funny to do a review for it. I figured it was going to be bad. But for the life of me, I couldn't find it anywhere. Maybe I thought to myself, maybe it wasn't streaming in my in my territory, in my country, something like that. Which I've never really had a problem finding other things, wherever they're coming from. So I decided to give it a 2 days, 3 days, and see maybe it might show up. It didn't, and I was very perplexed by it. Then I thought to myself, maybe, just maybe, somebody upstairs there doesn't want to put me through the horror of this nonsense. And then I watched some reviews for it. One of them from Heel versus Babyface, which I will get to some information regarding him in a little bit there. And oh my God, this thing was worse than you could possibly imagine. You knew it was going to be garbage, but I told myself, thank you, I didn't watch this because it was just horribly. That's all it was. Absolutely horribly. That's it. But of course, the director X, that's what he calls himself, is out there and he's calling people racist and stuff for all kind of review bombing. Because apparently he thought this was going to be met with praise. A show about a bunch of badly dressed bums who rob from the rich people because they figure that they're entitled to something without ever having to work a day in their lives. I don't know where they got this idea from, And the show is terrible. And of course, Robyn has to be bisexual, some kind of god awful that you're talking about. They're all upset because Robyn has a why. No, they've done that before, friend. They've done it before. But no, that's a problem. So, big shout out to Bounding into Comics because they cannot put together everything that I was going to have to do individually, but they put it all together in like one article. So let's go through this one article with them. All right. Robyn Hood director melts down over series negative reception, claims show is being review bombed by racists. Yeah, it's always racist. Apparently unable to accept that his modern reimagining of the arrow-slinging outlaw may only appeal to a very, very small niche of audiences, basically nobody. That's it. Robyn Hood Julian Christian Lutz, aka Director X, has lashed out at critics of his new series, accusing them of being not just angry nerds but also outright racist. Because you could never accept you've made garbage. It must be everybody else's fault. Must be everybody else's fault. Go forward a little bit, Yeah, Director X. Created by Lutz, otherwise known by his alias Director X, and featuring a story by orphan black story coordinator. Yes, well, I'm not going to go through the whole thing in regards to we've already done that before. God, look at this terrible crap now. Look at this. Yay. I won't go through all that. Of course, white woman with red hair, bad because all the white people are bad, right? Making its television debut on September 27th, rather than the praise and adulation Lutz was no doubt expecting, the series was met with a less than favorable reception. I don't think he was expecting any kind of praise and admiration. I think he knew exactly what this show was going to stir up, and I think he wanted that. And I will tell you why in a little bit. Let's continue on for a bit. For roughly 1,600 user ratings given to IMDB as of writing, who is currently the only site with user reviews to list the series. 1,300 of those audience members left the series with an outright 1 out of 10. Conversely, 81 rated the series a 2 out of 10, 38 found themselves somewhere in the middle, and 121 considered Robyn Hood to be a perfect 10-10. Now, you already know these people who giving the show a 10-10, and the same people who give everything a 10-10 because they just want to be on that side. That's it. They know it's garbage. It's the same people who would give a show like Gotham Knights from CW a perfect 10 out of 10, and that was garbage. I watched one episode and I was done. But they do it because they want to be the ones to cause these problems. They need to know that they are outside there being on the other side because that's what's cool now. So they need to be as rebellious as possible by giving crap good ratings. The rundown of it here. Got all of these ones. Met with this huge disparity in review scores, Lutz took to his personal Twitter account on October 3rd to decry #Robyn Hood is getting 1 stars from countries where the show doesn't air or stream. Remember it, right? He goes on. This is what y'all on. Review bomb IMDB for a show you haven't seen. Disappointed in y'all. A real mask-off moment. Y'all looking like real goofs. Robyn Hood, Wednesday 10 p.m. Global TV and at Stack TV. Okay, let me take a moment here to just get into what it is I need to tell you in regards to this. I saw Heel versus Babyface. Well, as from Heel versus Babyface was doing a video and he explained so. Apparently, a mutual got in contact with him and told him that, Director X wanted to come on his show to discuss the whole Robyn Hood thing. Now, at the time, Az hadn't seen the show yet, so he told him no, he needs to see the show first, and then they could talk, in private. Okay, fine. So he saw the show, it was terrible. He then contacted Director X and told him that, he would speak to him privately, but not on the show, because at that point, Director X was already out there calling everybody racist and all kind of thing, which is why I am telling you, I could tell you, he was expecting these negative reviews, but he's a race baiter. He wants to start this argument that you're all being racist on this show because it's terrible. I mean, you get it from time to time with people. I have gotten it myself. People who try to tell you that, you're being racist by not loving a show with a black actor or actress in it because it's terrible. With Batwoman, I had a few people tell me, oh, I'm being racist for not loving the show because it has a black woman in it. I'm like, if the show is terrible, what the hell does race matter? But they don't want to hear that. So he told Director X, you know what? He doesn't want him on the show because he believes he's coming from basically a bad standpoint. And I agree with him because he wanted to come on the show and then start to accuse as a being all kind of racial kind of thing to get a rise and push his online persona up. That's what he was looking for. He knew this show was going to flop badly. New people were not going to like it. But instead, he put it out there because you can put out any crap now. And he wanted to intentionally race bait people into dragging this nonsense out. That's what he wanted. If you had made a good show about a modern day retelling, I mean, Arrow started off okay before that went straight to hell. You could do things like that. I mean, there's a Green Arrow comic book trilogy or 3 comics, Longbow Hunters, that was actually really well done. I was only ever able to read the first issue of it, but it was actually really good. There are stories that you can adapt into a damn good modern day retelling of of a Robin Hood series, but you're not doing that. Instead, you want to put out a show about a bunch of people in some god awful looking outfits robbing rich white people because because why they're evil and deserve to be robbed. Come on now, man. Didn't you want it? However, the same could be said of the series 112 10-star review rather than that. Okay, so he goes on. It should be noted that though the series is currently region locked to the Great White North, these international ratings may be the result of audiences using a VPN to watch the show. I am not using VPN to watch that garbage. A workaround which was itself heavily promoted by lots in the lead up to the Robin Hood's release. Now listen to how he makes a complete idiot of himself. This is what happened. As asked by a fan back on September 27th, if the series had an American broadcaster yet, the director, okay, so he says this, the fan asking, thanks, does it have an American broadcaster yet? I'm in the middle of an international move, and I think it might be the last thing I see on my TV. This is what Director X responds, not yet, it's VPN time. Okay, faced with a number of Twitter users recalling his previous tip, lots exclaim, you've all arrived. I love how these folks see an obvious review bomb and say VPN. Y'all really play stupid, right? So then Ryan Killel from RKO, from RK Outpost, then had to step in and remind him what a moron he is. He put it out. You literally told people to use a VPN to watch it internationally a few days ago. Now you're acting like it's a wild thing to suggest. I know this is hard to imagine, but maybe people don't like the show. Okay, that's it. Maybe people just don't like the show, but no, you're out there claiming review bombing because you have some kind of problem with the people. I tell you, the guy comes off as a race baiter to me. That's it. He wants to start some kind of race baiting thing to push his obvious online agenda forward. That's how he seems to me. And he even highlights it here, where he told about being VPN time. Then he after he did that, he fired back then. Okay, but it's an obvious bombing. Even if these people actually watch the show, you all act like what is in front of your face isn't happening. So if people watch the show and didn't like it and gave it a low rating, that means it's review bombing. Maybe your show isn't good. Maybe you made garbage. I thought about that, but no, you need to push this whole review bombing and racist agenda as far and as hard as possible. Still adamant that these negative ratings were solely the result of a review bombing, Lutz would later share a video to his personal TikTok wherein he not only reiterated his claim but also escalated his rhetoric by accusing the series critics of being little more than stereotypical racist. Yeah. I will show you the let me show you the TikTok here now.
So my show Robyn Hood is getting rating bombed. 1.6 out of 10. Now you probably, why would someone do that? It's just some TV show. Well, being that Robyn is actually a black woman this time, the angry nerd community is very upset. In fact, from the moment it was announced, these guys lost their minds. The moment. So this is a month ago. So this is just when we said we're releasing it. What the fuck is this? Race and gender swap. Woke disaster. Robyn Hood remake looks different. Haha. Guess what? He doesn't like that as a black woman either. This will fail. Robyn Hood gets blacked. Look at him laughing. It's so funny. All right. Just when we started production, they were talking about it. 1 year ago, they were at us, right? Pop culture crisis. It's a crisis that we're doing Robyn Hood. What the right? When this person put this up a month ago. So this is just when we said it's coming out. These videos are coming from either from the announcement or when it said it's coming out, right? Like other languages. Look, another guy. Like they're worldwide. These guys are going in. A black woman's going to be Robyn Hood. It's going to be horrible. How could black kids do Robyn Hood, right? And these people tell you they're not racist. I've watched a lot of these guys. I subscribe to a few of these guys. No, they're adamant. They're not racist. Yeah, swear up and down, not racist. They say we're the ones that making everything about race. This guy's fucking French. This dude here put a black wizard with fried chicken and a gold necklace. But they're not racist. They're not racist. Watch this.
Everybody must eat.
That was a cute one, right? And then on the posts, yeah, Robyn in the Hood is not exactly a new idea. So when you go to IMDb and you look at user ratings, I have almost 158 people have given it a 1 star, 68%. 22 people up here, 10 stars. Look, when I go by country, Canada, 1 star. Look at this. It's still 15 for the 10s. There's a real gap in between. United States. Remember, the show's not released in the States. United Kingdom. Show's not released in the United Kingdom. Australia, I think they might. Look at this. This is what these guys do. Sweden. Look at this. And remember, these guys will tell you the type of men they are. Real men, eh? Yeah, so this is what these guys are doing with themselves.
Yeah, so let's continue on because you already watched that nonsense. I had to show you a piece of it because, it just gets ridiculous as it goes along. From there, the director proceeded to criticize a number of YouTube videos covering his series, taking issue with everything from their thumbnails to their titles to their country of origin. They didn't get mine, I wonder. I really don't know. I doubt it. First pointing to an upload from the aforementioned channel titled Race and Gender Swap Robyn Hood looks like a cringe woke disaster. Lots noted. So this is just when we said we're releasing it. What the F is this? Race and gender swap woke disaster. Yeah, and he continues all kind of stuff because he's claiming that, because Robyn is a black woman, they're all up in arms against that. They go on about the different to stuff like that he did here, all of that. Yeah, it's not going any better. Offering a disingenuous impression of these YouTubers, the director then mocked. A black woman is going to be Robyn Hood. It's going to be horrible. How could black kids do Robyn Hood? I mean, come on now, man. This guy comes off to me as a race bait, and nothing he said here or done yet shows me otherwise. And these guys tell you they're not racist because they're not. If he shows crap, it's crap. Well, then I watched a lot of these guys. I subscribe to a few of these guys. They're adamant they're not racist. Swear up and down they're not racist. Say we're the ones making everything about race. Yeah. And he goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But and let's continue with this nonsense. But the bottom line of it, I'm going to go through the rest of this. The bottom line about it is, this show is garbage. There's no denying that it's garbage. The first episode was just absolutely terrible. And you're out there intentionally being a race baiter to try and draw some kind of thing to make your brand explode in some way, form, or whatever. I, for one, support Az from he wasn't benefit for not bringing him onto his show because he would have done damage to the man's channel and others. That's what he wants. Your show was never going to be good from the beginning because you came in with all the wrong things to make a show. All of them. You know it was going to fail and you intentionally wanted it to fail to start some kind of race thing so you could push some kind of agenda. Nobody's going to care about this. You could call everybody racist how much ever you want. It doesn't change the fact you made garbage. Move on with your life. And good luck to whoever has to review this, because I sure as hell ain't watching this crap anymore. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Have a different opinion. I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell if I remember about a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.